As you can see, the rains have come in quite spectacular style. So rained all night last night, and really set in now. Probably a couple of days of this. I'll take you down and show you what happens when we get the rain like this. As I said in the last video where I showed you the down by the river, we normally get this at the end of March, so it's like a month early for us. So we really need the rain. I mean, we've had almost nothing all winter, so all the reserves are really low. We're very fortunate to live here close to the river, so we have year-round water anyway. But you know, other people who don't live close to the river have really been suffering this winter. They've had no water. They've had to have water delivered in. So yeah, it's good. It just needs to slow down a little bit so that the water can actually soak into the ground. It's starting to now, but as you can see here on these little rivulets that go down the side of the track, where we've graded the track off for the water to run down one side, the water's really running away, and you can see by the colour of the water that it's taken a lot of soil with it as well. So you know, it's not absolutely ideal, but there you go. And over here you can see this is actually starts off on the top of the hill, up by the water tower, up on the top. There's a spring, so the spring starts, and then gradually this water collects. You can see how it's running in from the tractor tracks on each level here. And we've done, you saw in a couple of previous videos, we've done some work to make the water come into these streams. So we've actually graded off some of these to make sure the water does come into these and drain away, not destroy the tracks for the tractors. But the unfortunate thing with our soil here, it's clay, very heavy clay, and it gets very sticky very quickly. So it's kind of at that point now where it's just getting very claggy. If it keeps raining, it will go thinner, and then it's actually better for getting around. And the track itself here is pretty much stone. I've put a lot of stone down here. We've got soil on the top because it just kind of gets put on by the tractors and by the machines and by dust getting blown around, but underneath it is actually stone, so it's pretty firm. We can drive up and down this all the time. You can see quite a lot of water making its way down this little rivulet here. I graded this off probably a couple of years ago. Just gave the track a proper fall, so as you look up, well, you don't see it from here actually, but further up it's got a proper fall to that side, so just makes all that water concentrate on that side and doesn't come down the middle of the track. It used to come down the middle and cut the track in half, but now it makes its way down. And I pulled all the larger rocks into the bottom of it as well, so it's got a rock base in there, so it doesn't erode away. And then here's the bottom of that stream that we just looked at. This is where it crosses the track. I've got some new concrete pipes to go in here. As I said before, the 360 machine's away at the moment being repaired, having some engine work done on it, etc. But this is the water. I made this quite a bit wider here, just to slow down the water when it comes down, so that it can get into the tube. Because the concrete tube we've got at the moment is quite small, as you can see, the tubes I've bought to go in there are actually much bigger, so we'll have a much bigger opening and we'll be able to make the road 4 meters wide coming across. So we'll be adding about another 2 meters on. Quite a flow coming out of here. Of course, we're not unique, because you imagine all the other farms around here have all got a similar situation going on. They're on similar ground, and therefore these old pups. Puppy, 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 pupster, pupper. Hey, hey, pupper. Hey, hey, hey. Imagine that water that you just saw flowing down into the river, you know, multiplied by 1,000 or 10,000, all the little streams and all the little waterways going down into the river. That's why the river gets so swollen so quickly, because that water's all making its way down into the Rio Grande. Papa, what are you doing? Puppy, what are you doing, puppy? What are you doing, puppy? What are you doing? What's happening with that paw? What have you done to that paw? Eh? What have you done to that paw? Eh? You're very wet. Why didn't you get up in the trouble? You've got dry places to go. You've got dry places. What are you, puppy? Eh? What are you? Eh? What are you? You've got dry places to go. What are you? In the rain. That's nice. Thank you very much. Sorry, guys. Come on, pups. Come and see the others. What's happening? What are you doing? What are you doing? Eh? Twinkle? What are you doing? Come on. Get in the dry. Find a dry place. Get out there in the rain. That's Puppy, one of the farm dogs. I know what he's doing out in the rain. He's got plenty of dry places to go. It's the farm workshop down here. Alright, sausage. Luna, 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 hey, hey, Luna, quiet, quiet, shush, hey little doggy, hey little dog, hey little dog, hey, come on, little twinkle, yes, what are you doing, little twink, what are you doing, little twink, hey, what are you doing, little twinkle, what are you doing? Don't get wet, you go in the dry. Go in the dry. Go on. What are you up to? Hey? What are you up to? Hey, little pup? What are you up to? What are you up to? Hey? Hey? What are you up to? What's that then? What's that? What is it? You little monkey. You little monkey. You're a monkey. You're a monkey, aren't you? You are. You're a little monk. You're a little monk, you are. You're a little monkey. You are. Right guys, I'll switch you back on down by the river. We'll go down and have a look what's going on down there. So guys, as you can see, it's filling up pretty well. Lots of soil in the water which makes it very heavy. So the water itself is really dense, can cause a lot of damage. We'll walk up to towards the bridge, see what we've got up here. Down in amongst the eucalyptus trees here. As Joe said, Neon Joe, be a great river for kayaking now. You shoot the rapids all the way down, and any of you guys that watch me go out on the mountain bike rides, you see me go over several bridges over the Rio Grande. And there's one bridge, really big bridge, where I stopped and had a picnic before, had some food when I was out on my bike, and the river's very, very wide there. That's just before it joins the Guadalhorce River, which is the main river down from right up in the mountains. So here we are, it's pretty, got some width here now. It's coming up onto the top of the bank. So what we get here is, because the river slows down on these edges, when the water recedes, we get some really nice gravel here, builds up on the bank. So this bank here, we get some really nice gravel. It's all really usable for the farm. We can do nice, make nice roads. That's actually what's under the track at the moment, going up to my house. Is all gravel from down here. But it won't be long, if this comes up another half a metre, which it will do, it's going to come up actually onto the top of here. It's going to come all the way through where I'm standing, and probably all the way across onto our access here at the bottom of this big the big eucalyptus. So it will come all the way across. I can hear it under the bridge, so it's obviously getting right up underneath there now on the concrete. Yeah, so my defences have gone. You can see a lot of the small sticks and debris coming down, and you'll get the odd complete tree coming down under here. So ordinarily this bridge is about 3 metres above the water level, and I would say now we've got about 1 metre. So we're already 2 metres up on the normal level, and that's just the height. Obviously we've got a lot of volume. and this is where we drove out through yesterday. So as you can see, that's not practical today. I've actually got underneath here, I have got concrete under here. So this is all concrete through, and then ordinarily we build up here in gravel on top of the concrete to give a nice smooth driveway through here. But that's probably about 1 metre deep now. And I'd go through on the dumper. I take the dumper through. The dumper weighs about 4 tons, but I wouldn't want to try and go through there even in my 4x4, which is quite big, because it will just take the car. This water is very, very dense. It's not just water, it's got so much soil in it. The power of it will just push the car. So once you got into the still water on the other side, it will be okay, but this bit here, this will just take the car, and if you drop off that concrete, you'll go down. So yeah, not a good idea. So we'll be using the other access to go in and out of the house. We haven't got to go anywhere today anyway. I had an appointment this afternoon, that's been cancelled. Lisa didn't go into work today, she stayed at home. So we're not going out today, we'll stay here. We've got the fire lit in the house. You know, there's a lot of force there. So, I just wanted to bring you down, guys. Ordinarily all we have is just water coming down this side, just a little trickle of water coming down here, enough to keep everything irrigated on the farm and give us our water all year. But now when you get the flood water coming out, we've probably got probably 9 or 10 meters of width of water coming down here, and at least 2 meters deep, maybe more in a lot of places. So yeah, we are cut off on this route now. I'll have to get the machine repaired. I wasn't really worried about it, but I wanted it for the end of the month because I knew this would happen at the end of the month. But I'll have to get the machine repaired a bit quicker now, so that when this goes down, I can just come down here and repair the defences and repair the road, come in and out. Alright guys, well I just wanted to bring you down and show you what's going on. I know quite a few of you are interested in the change in the weather. Excuse me, coughing. And as you can see, it's, you know, it's not torrential rain, but it's heavy, and it's been raining now for a night and a day almost. So just volume. And as we saw earlier, the water running off the farm is an example of what's running off, you know, 2,000, 10,000 times up and down the valley here, making the river swell up to how you can see it now. I like it down here though when it's like this. It's there's a nice feeling. Almost jungle-like, and it's not cold today. I mean, I've got my coat on just to keep myself dry, but you could almost be in a t-shirt actually. They forecast about 17 degrees C, so it's certainly not cold. It's just wet. There's no wind. We've had some very high wind, but the wind's died down now, and that's one of the problems, because when you have wind, you have every chance of the wind taking away the rain. But if there's no wind, of course the rain's just going to sit there and stay with you. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was interesting, and we'll catch up with you soon. I was going to go out on my bike today. I don't think I will now. We'll see. I might go out a bit later on. If it eases off, I might go out for a little ride, but probably not going to be that enjoyable. We'll see. I can still feel my legs from the racing the other day, so maybe just do some stretching and some exercises, and having a walk down here has felt good as well. Wanted to have a walk. I'll walk back up to the house now, and better than nothing. Alright guys, speak to you soon. Bye for now.